Welcome to Connecting Culture. This is my first podcast, and I will be interviewing today my good friend Freddie. He's from Rwanda. I've heard his story before, and I invited him on this platform to share his story again with me and with my subscribers and viewers. Let my subscribers and viewers know, who is Freddie? Where are you from?
Thank you so much, Rachel, for having me here today. My name is Freddie, and my last name is Rohamia. It's a really strong African name, and I'm originally from Rwanda. It's a small country from the East Africa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was born in Congo, grew up in Rwanda. So for us, growing up after the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, was a destroyed country. It was almost a dead country. There were no infrastructure. There were no health care.
You were born in Congo.
Correct.
Aren't you a Congolese?
No, because of the history of our country, most of the people who were born after 1959, most of 60% of the population were out of the country. So that's how my grandparents find themselves in Congo. And then my parents were born in Congo. And then me, myself, was born in Congo too. And then after 1994, after the genocide against the Tutsi, that's when most of people who were outside of Rwanda came back. And then we came back to Rwanda. But originally, we're Rwandans.
Okay.
Yeah, Rwandan, and my parents and my grandparents speak 8 languages.
8 languages?
Correct, 8. Yeah. So I speak Kinyarwanda, that's the mother tongue.
Yes.
And then I speak Swahili. Mm-hmm. I speak French, English, Lingala from Congo. Oh. We grew up in a French system, and then Rwanda switched to English in 2012.
Yes.
That's when Rwanda became an Anglophone country. But before that, the education system was in French. Everything was in French. So we grew up in the French system, and then it switched to English. But French was one of the main languages spoken in our country. Even also in the neighbor countries.
Yes.
Most of countries there, they speak French. So yeah, French is very popular in the region. I've also realized, because you taught me from Jamaica, I realized that there's so many Jamaicans who have African names.
Yes.
Like Caesar Kalonji.
Know Caesar Kalonji?
I know Caesar Kalonji.
What do you know about Caesar Kalonji?
Come on, I know most of his songs. Caesar Kalonji. Kalonji means also it's beauty.
Yeah.
It's beauty.
I didn't know that.
That's in Luganda.
So what's Caesar Kalonji song do you know?
Caesar Kalonji, there is this new one. There is this one he was on the album with DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, I know so many songs, but old songs.
Did you know he just had his concert in Jamaica last weekend?
I follow him on his Instagram. Yeah. Also, this guy.
Can I put you on the spot? Kabaka Pyramid.
Yeah.
Can I put you on the spot for a moment?
For sure.
You gotta sing me one of Sizzler's songs.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Yeah, can I make it easy for you?
I will fail for sure, but I'm not good. I'm not good at singing.
This is not a singing contest. You can just say the word.
Yeah,
Do you know Dry Cry?
I know Dry Cry.
Just say the word.
But I would be lying. I don't know the lyrics.
Dry cry, even tears, even my heart cries, but who cares?
Yeah.
Whose fault's no one but myself. Things do happen, words can't explain. Only you, I can't sing either. But my brother.
Caesar Kalonji, that's a Ugandan name. Kabaka. Kabaka means king in Luganda.
King Pyramid.
Kabaka King Pyramid. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's so many Jamaicans they have African names. I was like, okay.
You know something about Jamaican?
Yeah.
They love Africa.
Definitely,
they look to Africa as the motherland. Most of Jamaicans, because that's where Rastafari
exactly.
Started, right? And I see you have the locks right there.
Exactly.
Yeah? So And you know the whole Bob Marley thing, and he always preach about going back to Africa,
Correct.
telling black people to unite. America, what we're going there for, this first world country, we can go to Africa and build Africa.
And he
was a very big Pan-Africanist. A lot of Jamaicans, especially the Rastafarian community,
Correct.
they love Africa. Some of them still dream of going back to Africa. The motherland.
That system didn't allow us to be together because they know how much Africans or black people in general, how much they're powerful. Like they know there is so many stories or that were hidden or deleted because they don't want people to know those kind of things.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer, and that's how divide and conquer. Like I think was really successful because if you see Africa till now, they're still struggling, and it's the result of divide and conquer. But when you see now this new generation, there is a unity. There's people who are trying to, like for example, in Rwanda right now, not only in Rwanda, in Ghana, in Kenya, Tanzania, there are so many Jamaicans are coming to buy lands. There's so many Black Americans who are coming back to buy lands, so they can put food there, and then maybe in the future, next 50 years or 100 years, who knows? Maybe Africa. All these people will come back.
Hopefully.
And Africa will be. I'm telling you, will be.
We'll see a united Africa.
It'll be so powerful. It will be something no one will be able to stop. Because
the topic of divide and conquer. Your country, Rwanda, have been through it. You spoke about your parents being born in Congo. Your grandparents, was it your grandparents who fled Congo?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, ancestors. They're from the Tutsi tribe. Tell me a little about why your grandparents had to Rwanda. Tell me about also you going back. Are you going to Rwanda for the first time? Because you were born.
Even my parents too was the first time. Like my mom, the first time being in Rwanda was with all of us, me and my siblings, and my dad. It's a long story, but I will try to be as short as possible. It started first back in 1859, I believe, when the Belgium came to Rwanda for the first time. Before the Belgium, Germans were already there. So after the meeting in Berlin, that's when they gave Rwanda and Rwanda, Congo, Burundi. Those countries were under a Belgian colony. And then Belgium, when came to Rwanda, they found that the king was there, and the king was for everybody. Was for the Hutu, the Tutsi, and the Twa. There is 3 tribes in Rwanda. And then after when they came, they found the kingdom had a very powerful structure. They were very organized, and that's when they used the divide and conquer. So they couldn't break through it and use them apart from dividing them and conquer them. Come up with an idea of telling this person, you are a Hutu, you are a Tutsi, you are a Twa. Before that, it was like just it was a kind of a class system.
So there was
if
nothing.
You're rich, you have more cows, you are this. If you have more lands, you are this. So that's how the Hutu and the Tutsi, the Twa, they were that time.
So for that, was there a tribal thing with the Hutu?
No, there was no there.
Was this Tutsi and Hutu term coined by the
king, and it was more of a class. If you have more cows, you have more. If you're rich, you'll be called a Tutsi.
Yeah.
If you have more lands, you'll be called a Hutu. If you have this and this, you'll be called a Twa. So that's how they were classing them.
Oh.
So it's not about the looks. It wasn't about who your grandparents. No, it wasn't about that. It was about the class thing. It was a class system, I would say. And then the Belgium, when they came, they started dividing them. They're like, people who look like this, they're Tutsi. people who look like this, there are Hutu people who look like this. So there is and then after that, after dividing them, that's when they were able to reach to the king, and they kick out the king. The king didn't have more power anymore.
And what happened after they started to divide? Tell me about the conquer part of this now.
The smart way they could divide them, so they took the kids or the children of one of the groups or the close family to the king, and they put them in schools, start educating them, trying to make them more smart, and then they left the other group behind. So they came again, grab another group of the other tribe, put them in school. They built like a hatred around and between them.
So education. So they sent the kids back to school. They set them up against each other.
Correct.
Yeah.
Of the Hutu who were educated, they were like, we don't want the king anymore. We want this and this and this. So Belgium helped them to overthrow the king. So from that time, and that was I think around 1950 something, because first genocide against the Tutsi was in 1959.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's when our grandparents, most of Rwandans, even the president who's the Rwandan president, the current Rwandan president.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how he found himself out of the country too, and so many other families. So that's how my grandparents find themselves in Congo.
Oh.
Yeah, and from that, like the first that's after that, the Rwanda got independent. And then the first president was from a Hutu tribe, and he didn't want to bring back the Tutsi, and he just kept them outside of the country.
They were taught to hate.
Exactly, divide and conquer, and I think that was the first test, and it was I think it was successful, because at that time no one could come. No, every Tutsi who was in the country, they were not safe. They couldn't get health care, they couldn't get education, they couldn't get anything. But that's from 1959. So even the Tutsis coming from who were outside of the country, trying to come back in the country, was totally impossible. And then it kept going from 1959 all the way till 1994. That's when they find the genocide, the main genocide against the Tutsi. That's when it happened in 1994, and that's when the current president because he grew up in Rwanda, in Uganda. Yeah, and other Rwandans who
that's the president right now.
Yeah.
What's the president name?
Paul Kagame.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's doing good for Rwanda now.
Oh yeah, he's really doing good, and so it's a blessing. It's a blessing because the way he transformed the country, he really changed it. As I told you at the beginning, we saw the country how it was at that time was totally dead. It was a dead country. It was, you could see dead bodies on the streets. In school, grenades.
You witnessed this?
Me, myself, I was very young. I don't remember much, but we grew up with people who, even our cousins who are older than us, they used to tell us what they saw. There is some documentary or some old pictures where they show how they used to teach children in schools that if there is 10 Tutsi and then you kill 5 Tutsi, how many Tutsi left? It was so deep and dark at the point where people were so obsessed with that hatred, they couldn't even give room a little bit of why are we doing this? Why do we hate these people this much? But
they didn't know.
It was the system. Yeah.
They just know that, listen.
Exactly. Because it was taught, right? Yeah. Like from the young age, was in schools, neighborhoods, because the genocide that happened in 1994, it wasn't people coming from different places and come kill the people, the people in the country. No, it was neighbors killing their neighbor.
So you're saying that I could be living right here,
Yeah,
and you, my neighbor,
yeah.
would just come and kill me.
Because you are this tribe, you're a Tutsi. And from 1959 till 1994, no Tutsi could get a good health care, no Tutsi could get a high education, no Tutsi could get any access, like any access on anything in the country. So they were really limited on certain jobs that they were supposed to do. No Tutsi could be like I think the highest position that a Tutsi could get was being a high school teacher. That was because you couldn't find them in the government, you couldn't find them in the anywhere. They were
This is the country that you were born in.
Exactly.
Tutsi, they were born in.
It's
It's their
from
birthright.
exactly. It's from grandparents. Their ancestors were born there, and then they were told. It's so really. It's a very sad story now. It is. I don't know. People were so obsessed with. You can say it wasn't even obsession of power that people they want to do this so they can be rich or they can be they can have good positions in government. No, it was just a hate that was built on nothing. And it was really deep in them because they were taught down in schools everywhere, neighborhoods.
So, how much love did a Tutsi get in Congo, Uganda, and all the neighboring countries?
That's a good question. Honestly, they were treated like foreigners. It wasn't like these people. It wasn't like refugees. At the same time, as a refugee, there is so many things you cannot access because you are not from there. You are a refugee. You're just there temporarily. And these people, they saw, and the Tutsi were, and that imagine from 1959 to 1994, that's I think 30 years. Yeah, that's probably more than 30 years. So more than 30 years, generations were born. Imagine from 1959, my grandparents are going out, they're leaving the country. From 1959, my parents were born in Congo. I was born in Congo. Those are two generations that were born outside of the country.
And not knowing what Rwanda looks like.
We had zero.
How close to Rwanda were you?
Oh, that's
in Congo.
Yeah, that's the same. Rwanda, where I was born. It was right on the border of Congo and Rwanda.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just cross the border in less than even 10 minutes.
And you didn't know what Rwanda looked like?
My mom didn't know because me, I was too young. Yeah. But my mom, she didn't know. And she could say, hey, Rwanda is over there. But she couldn't cross the border and go visit Rwanda.
Fear of being killed.
Exactly.
As a Tutsi.
My parents, they used to tell us that their parents, they used like the evening chill in the family. They used to tell them, hey, this is how Rwanda looks like. It's a very beautiful country. It's like this. There is a saying in Kinyarwanda in my language that's it means a country that could milk and honey.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how. So because milk has a very big how do you call it? Meaning in our culture. Everything nice is milk and honey. Yeah. So my mom, she told me that for when she was growing up, in her mind was like there is somewhere in Rwanda where there is a river that just a milk river or a honey river, just cool.
Can you
honey.
Imagine you hear all these stories of your country, your parent country, and they're longing to return. And they're just having this image in their mind, just thinking what it is like when the country, your country, is 10 minutes away from where you are, but you dare not cross that border in the fear of being killed as a Tutsi. Wow. No, my ancestors, slavery happened. The history book says that we were taken from West Africa to the Americas, so it's include America, the Caribbean. I wasn't alive then, I wasn't born, I wasn't even considered to be conceived. My four parents were over 100 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what slavery looked like. I only read it in the storybook, in the history books, learned it in school. But you were alive during the killing in Rwanda, 1994. That's when it's ended. Tell me about Hotel Rwanda. That is a movie that we watched, and that's where we learned about this whole thing in Rwanda, Hotel Rwanda. Tell us, what did you see that movie? What?
Yeah, about the movie. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it a long time ago. But yeah, what happened in Rwanda was worse than that. That was just a small portion about what happened in Rwanda. But it was, yeah, that was a true story. It happened and even that hotel is still there till now, but it's been transformed.
Heritage sites, like?
No, it's still a hotel. It's still running.
Well,
Yeah, it's still running. It's one of the best hotels in Rwanda. Yeah, but yeah, it has a very strong history. But it was worse than that, because if people, maybe from that movie, people can try to do researches about the genocide in Rwanda, but it was way more ugly than that.
That guy, the hotel owner,
Yeah.
the hero, right?
Yeah.
I was reading
Mhm.
on the internet about he being arrested.
Mhm.
Was that guy a true hero?
That's a big no-no. He was not a hero. He's just a hero in the movie, but in like the true story,
Yes.
he didn't do really. I wasn't there to be like I know what he did, but according to to other people who were there, they just say they say different story.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they tried to give that story more power. I don't know. Maybe the producer or
Maybe
the
for the
director
movie,
for the
yeah.
movie, they wanted to give it a big,
Yeah.
you know, but it wasn't. He didn't really. I wouldn't want to put a big a comment there because I was not there.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah, but for me
Yeah.
and according to what I heard from other people, he's not a hero.
Oh.
If he was a hero, we'd be celebrating him in Rwanda till now. But
It wasn't quite so. Let's
exactly,
leave it at that.
exactly, and the fact that he was arrested, you know.
Can you recall your experience of going to Rwanda? I was gonna say going back to Rwanda, but you were never in Rwanda.
Exactly.
So can you recall, how old were you?
I was 4 years old, 3 years old.
Wow.
I was 3 years old, but I have some few memories of when we were coming, we were going to Rwanda for the first time. It was like how a place that is under construction. There is a lot of stuff around there, garbage, dirty clothes of people who may be dead and what I remember is that we're not supposed to leave the house without our parents or someone older than us because there were dogs on the streets that were used to eat dead bodies. So the dogs, there were just dogs around in the country. They were so used to eat dead bodies, so they didn't know the difference between dead bodies and alive.
My question is though,
Yeah.
so when the genocide took place, the bodies were left in the street?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. If you watch videos about the genocide, you will see they were from I think the whole 1994. was just dead bodies on the
So
street
what
from
made
July.
your family decided that they were going back to Rwanda? Was it safe?
Yeah, that time was just it's like it was getting safe. Few parts of the country was already under control by the RPF, which is the movement that came from all over the places, got together to try to go stop the genocide. It was led by His Excellency Paul Kagame, our president. He was the leader, and
So he's already the no president, right?
Oh,
Is it the president now, current president?
yeah, he's the current president. Yeah, he's the current president.
Oh, so he did a lot for the country, right?
A lot. Yeah, he stopped the genocide.
Wow.
And these people, at that time, he was only, I think, 30 something years old, probably 32. Or, yeah, he
Young-
wasn't.
a
He
young
was.
person got
It
to
was a
do
group.
it.
Everyone, most of
Yeah.
these generals, they were in their 20s, 18. They were very, very young, but because of the struggle, the suffer they were going through in other countries, because they were not accepted, and they had to fight for that. So that's how they came together. All the Rwandans everywhere, Congo, Tanzania, Burundi, in Nigeria, in Europe, Rwandans diaspora, they came together. They're like, hey, it's time we have some negotiations here. We talk with the government, the current the old government. They're like, hey, it's time we sit down and talk with these guys because we need to come back in the country. So, and that was in 1990. And then the president at that time, or the government that was there at that time, they were like, no, the country is too full. We don't want you guys in here. What we can do is to talk to the countries where you guys are resident in, and then we and see if they can give you an asylum. And
So they were refused at first.
they refused. So that's when they came, and they're like, that's when they created this movement called RPF. RPF stands for Rwandan Patriotic Front. RPF, yeah, correct. And then they came together. Some of the Rwandans, the diaspora Rwandans, they got lucky to go through some of the military or armies in few countries, like especially Uganda. So many Rwandans who were in Uganda, they got lucky to go in the army. So from there, they got the training and all this stuff. They were able to get equipment and start their own army. So they came together. They're like, okay, we got this equipment and all this stuff. Let's try to talk to these people. They didn't allow them, and they attacked. So when they attacked, the government that was in the country, there is some of them that were okay with the negotiating and all this, and others were against it. So the ones that were against it, they are the one who planned the genocide. They're like, okay, these people, they want to come back, they want to come in the country. So the plan here, let's exterminate these ones we have in the country. So when they come in the country, they'll find an empty country. So that's why the genocide was planned very quick and strategically. 3 months, over 1 million people were killed. Those are Tutsi and the moderate Hutus.
Over 1 million people would be
Only in 3 months.
half the population of my country. You know that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That's
You mentioned being back to Rwanda. You mentioned being in the church with your mom and you saw brother in the chair.
yeah. Even in schools, I remember the first school, my first school in Rwanda. We had, there's called chapel. Yeah, it's a praying room, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember we used to see, we find so many dirty clothes where blood stain. on clothes and the
They
walls.
didn't clean these things up.
And this was still the country. That was just after the genocide. It was still everything was still ugly. Let's say. Got lucky. We that the RPF was able to stop the genocide. So now imagine if it was gonna be more than 3 months. The Holocaust it took 5 years, and over 6 million Jews were killed. I think that's 6 million in 5 years. Rwanda was 3 months, 1 million. So that means if it was going to be 6 months, that's 2 million. And
almost the entire country.
The entire country was going to be wiped out.
What's the population of Rwanda now?
Right now, we are approximately 14 million.
Wow.
You
mentioned family member. You mentioned a family member. He went. Was it to the shop or to the farm? And when he came back, the entire family was wiped out. Oh
yeah. There is most of the families in Rwanda. Everyone has someone they lost in the genocide against the Tutsi. There is so many families. There is so many. Even in my family, there is people who were like completely the entire family was wiped out. Yeah, completely. Where there is no more children, no parents, all of them at once. You hear stories, you hear all these things. It's unbelievable. You get goosebumps when you see it. It's a very sad story. You hear a story where there's only one person who survived among a 12 people household. Yeah.
Well, that would be so traumatizing for that one person. Can you imagine? Yeah. You're the only survivor.
But we got so lucky because they were able to stop the genocide and then bring peace and reconciliation.
That's important.
The reconciliation helped so many people. I think, how can I say? Yeah, the reconciliation helped so many people because without that, people were gonna be. I guess the hate could be bigger, even worse. But we're able to stop that, and everyone living each other peacefully. And the trauma was heavy. The trauma was really heavy on so many.
How long have you been living in Canada?
I've been living here. It's been now 8 years.
Yes,
7 to 8 years.
And how did you came to Canada?
Oh yeah, that's a long story.
You can cut it short. So your parents came first. Is it your mom?
No, we came together. We came together, but for now, being a Rwandan diaspora it's a good thing because as I said, Rwanda is still growing. It still needs people to go learn outside and come back in Rwanda and contribute something.
You still have relatives in Rwanda.
Oh yeah.
You still contribute to Rwanda. You have your host, your family home is in Rwanda.
Correct.
All your siblings are here too?
Oh yeah, my siblings are here.
Your mom, your dad, you, your wife, your kids.
Correct.
And how are you doing in Canada these days? Like, what it is like? Is it? Can you say that this is a success story? It's been good. I mean, honestly, not everything is perfect, but I mean,
thank you. Being in Canada, it's a very good thing. It's beautiful. First of all, from all these story, our background. It's somewhere where living somewhere, there's no wars coming in and out, or neighbor country there is a war. Like right now in Rwanda, there is a war right in next door, Congo, and this war has been going on for years and years. So being here, and also there's so many opportunities here. Next country, a peace of mind,
quality of life.
Quality of life, and here also the beauty of Canada. There is a fusion of culture. There is the diversity of
Yes.
people. There is all these things. It's very easy to find yourself here because it's not like you're gonna go in a country where there's only one culture where you try a different culture. They be like,
Yeah.
but here wherever you do, they will know you're hey. It's a
Diversity. You can safely say now that life has been good
life has been good. Life has been good.
comparing to where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So I would look and I would say, based on what I've heard,
Yeah.
your story is one of resilience,
Correct.
strength,
Correct.
ambition,
Mm-hmm.
success.
Correct.
It's a beautiful story.
It is.
Dark past,
Yeah.
but it's also a survival story.
It is. It is.
And Rwanda now. Have you been back to Rwanda?
Oh yeah. I always go to Rwanda. If you see Rwanda right now, it has a very, very success stories. You hear these are the people who so many few years ago they had no hope of tomorrow. They didn't know what's gonna happen. Well, what if this come back again? What if all these questions but we saw how the country changed. It's about having good leadership and and the love of your country too, because so if it wasn't a good leadership and God, of course, the Rwanda wasn't gonna come back because it was horrible. And if you see now, it's the most beautiful country in Africa. It's so clean, all green, very green, and it's clean like, oh my goodness, and everyone is going to Rwanda.
I want to go to Rwanda. I
Everyone
want
is
to
going
go
to
to
Rwanda. Let's go to Rwanda.
Yes,
Let's go to
sir.
Rwanda.
I
Let's
want
go
to
by.
go to Rwanda. I want to visit.
The beauty about Rwanda,
Yes.
like something Africa is really known for that thing, and that's corruption. In Rwanda, there's no corruption, zero corruption.
Wow.
Whatever service
Wow.
you're trying to get, you get it. If it's a free service,
There
you
is
get it for
corruption
free.
in my country.
There is corruption in your
Yeah.
country. Oh,
But and then my country is beautiful and it's
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's corruption everywhere. So you
In
are telling
Rwanda.
me that Rwanda is zero?
Rwanda zero corruption.
Wow.
They don't tolerate zero corruption. They if you get caught in the middle of something, then just know that it's gonna be a while behind bars. Yeah, that's one of the good things for investors, especially if you're thinking investing in Africa. You need to be somewhere, it's safe, or somewhere you're gonna put your money and be like, whatever I'm putting here, whatever I'm getting back, that's exactly what I'm getting back. Not be like, oh, I'm getting back this, and then you have to
Or
pay
it's all
here.
gone.
All gone, exactly.
Yeah.
But there's no corruption, and now lately we've been hosting so many events, so many meetings. Just few weeks ago,
they have this big conference center to where. I saw that.
Few weeks ago we had this it's a bicycle touring. It's called UCI. Yeah, it's a world. I think it was the first time being hosted in Africa, and that was in Rwanda. There's UFC coming to Rwanda. There's so many. There's soccer there. Everyone
Soccer?
is soccer, the football, what they call
soccer.
soccer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I was like, soccer music? Wow.
Soccer music. Rwandans are good at music too.
Yeah.
They're really good at music. Rwanda is opening doors for everybody.
That is
everybody.
good. This is a story of resilience, strength,
Correct.
success.
Yeah.
This is good. They bounced right back.
Very bad. And also very, very safe. People who like to party, you go party, and then let's say you want to leave 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you tipsy, you walk on the street, no one touches you. Like, you're safe 100%. It's you can walk on the street with $1 million in your hand like this, and it's good.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep walking with $1 million. No one's gonna touch you.
Wow.
It's yeah, it's really beautiful. When I'm in Rwanda, sometimes apart from the weather, sometimes I think that I'm still in Canada, because that beauty, the green, all everywhere, it's green.
So tell me something about your culture, Rwanda culture, that you think people might misunderstand or they don't really know about.
Rwandan culture is rich and diverse, with a unique heritage shaped by its history and traditions. It's known for its distinctive music and dance, like the dance they call it Inhore dance, which is a celebrated traditional performance, craftsmanship, and including intricate basket weaving and pottery is also significant parts of their culture identity. Storytelling and oral traditional play a vital role in passing down history and value through generations.
Freddie, once again, I am so elated to have you on this podcast. You're my very first guest.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I'm so excited. I'm really happy. I'm happy for you. This is it. We need a platform where we can talk about our culture and all these things. I have a story. You have a story. Someone else have a story. And people, they want to hear this. They want to know.
And when are you going to do your YouTube channel? It's been a while, but no, you need to share. You have a lot to share, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to have you. I'm
you.
glad you could made it, and out of your busy schedule, I'm really happy to have you. And this indeed is a story of resilience, strength, hardship, survivor story of resilience, strength. You survive hardship, pain in many languages, 8 languages. Listen, wow, I can't even imagine being alive then, seeing my family die, being killed, all of that. And yet, you have succeeded. You're here in Canada, living your life, growing your family in a safe environment, good quality of life. This is indeed a success story. It is indeed a success story. And I'm happy for you, man. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to share this story with other people, with your followers and subscribers, everyone. It's really amazing, and we need to have more of this.
I know. Freddie is going to take us out in his 8 different languages. He's going to tell us goodbye.
Bye bye. Au revoir. Neanziza. Musule Bulunji. Asante. What else? Asante. Murakoze cyane. Tuzasubira ubutaha.
6? No, that was 7. Oh.
That's 7?
French? Did you say French?
Yeah. Au revoir. That was French.
Yeah.
Tokomonana.
Ah.
There we go.